Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Bragg from Bragg.io and Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
How was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's start with Ben because I feel like he wants to tell us some stuff.
He wants to tell us some stuff. So I decided to completely fuck around this week. So on Tuesday I was once again playing Nimble because I just didn't have time to build something else. Didn't know what I wanted to build, so I was just like, play it again. I think I went X1. So I can't complain. I went like 3-1. I lost the final. So that was it. The deck performs quite well for the deck that it is. Has certain matchups that are miserable, has certain matchups that are passable, and certain matchups that are good.
Labyrinth.
Traps. Yeah, Labyrinth. You just don't have the grind game to keep going with the deck.
For me, every matchup with Labyrinth is a miserable matchup.
In fairness...
You always have the call by for the Ash and the Welcome.
Well, they don't have that at our locals. A, because it's locals, and that being in the TCG means it's at 1. B, Ethan doesn't play it as aggressively as what people on Master Duel do. People on Master Duel seem to want to go for like the draw phase, you've already lost 2 cards in your hand kind of build, and then just basically play around with Karmakadon to like fuck you over in the meantime.
It's miserable. Continue.
Continuing. So that was that done. But then today... all week I've been like, what am I going to play? I'm going to build something stupid. Originally I wasn't going to play today. I was just going to save this for Tuesday night. But then had the opportunity to come in today and rolled up playing Zodiac with 26 hand traps.
Yeah, nice.
I played 8 Zoo cards, 6 Fiendsmith cards,
oh, yes!
and 26 hand traps. Turns out when you just tell your opponent no, and then can follow that up with normal summon a Zodiac, make a Zeus, pass, it typically is a little bit difficult for your opponent to out.
Yeah.
So ultimately that went really well. Once again lost the final, but the fact that the deck performed as well as it did, I was very surprised about. Like I always felt like I was in the game.
It almost harkens back to the old days of just 40 good cards.
Pretty much.
You're not doing combo, or little combo.
This is a significantly better build than back in the day when I played 32 hand traps with Alistair. Except nowadays you have much more options to do. Whilst driving home today, I did have one realization. Why am I not just playing Protoss and Ashatos? Because if I activate 3 hand traps on my opponent's turn, guess what? That's 3 different attributes and types engraved for me to just go... Call
Dark and or Dragon because you don't have a lot of other options.
And an Earth will run around as well.
I have every attribute hand trap. Whatever, like, I can just summon an excess card and go boop. Or I'm going second, so I can just call whatever remnant is on my opponent's board, nuke their board, they can't reset up. Good work. So I might do that. I might just put those 3 cards in, figure out 3 hand traps to take out.
Do you have any Bistils in the side?
No, not at all. I literally played today with my side deck from Fiendsmith, from Mimigul. Didn't change it at all. Meant there was cards in there that I couldn't actually use, but hey, here we were.
You are getting progressively more cancerous as a player.
What?
Why?
That sounds amazing.
26 hand traps.
Yeah.
And?
Good cards. Play good cards.
Yeah.
If Konami don't want me to play good cards, just don't make cool cards.
Opponent ends on 1 interruption. It's fine. You just use the Fiendsmith stuff to beat the interruption. Yeah. Normal summon a Zoo card. Go.
Yeah.
That sounds so bad.
Like, instead of 26 combo pieces, I've got 26 extenders.
Today it felt so good to detach from Tiger Mortar and attach one that I've already used. I did it against Jake and I was like, I haven't done this in so long. I've missed this.
Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I just never liked Zoo, so I can't appreciate the Zoo portion of it. Which, granted, is just Borbo making Zeus, so it's not really Zoo.
Oh, Zeus.
Charcanine detach.
The other problem I have with it as well
go into
is that
full Fiendsmith combo.
Yeah.
The other problem I have with it is that there was a period in Master Duel where that's all anybody wanted to do was just blow up your back row, summon a Borbo, make a Zeus, and just keep you under it for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot about what you're doing at the moment that I hate.
It was...
But I appreciate the reason why you're doing it.
It was fun. It was just a basic deck.
I won't respect it, but I will fight for his right to do it.
Like, I
Hey.
think twice today I normal
Reaching
summoned
across the aisle.
Thoroughblade and Thoroughblade discarded. And every time I did, I was like, ooh. I just Thoroughblade discarded. Something I have only remembered right now is the fact that you can do the Whiptail attack, then Whiptail attach.
Yeah.
Or Whiptail from hand. There were times when I
Stupid
just
card.
kind of would have it in hand and be like, it's just kind of stuck here. Like, I'd have, like, Ram Whiptail and be like, I only need the quick damage. I'll just put the Ram down and poke for 400 off I go.
Bam.
Yeah, but I can go touch, and then go the extra Zoo piece, and then I have a 3-mat Zeus.
Don't know what that gets you, but it does.
If you ever just want to fuck around, I would recommend testing the deck out. I might do a profile for it. Just whack it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll go to regionals.
surely it can't be that good.
You can go X2.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out on Tuesday when everyone knows that he's then playing that again.
It makes
Makes
me go
him go
first.
first, and then he's just got Fiendsmith board.
That's
And
probably enough.
There were,
That's probably
there were
enough.
times today when I just passed. Harry made me go first, and I just passed because I had Milcharmies in hand. And I was like, I do the Fiendsmith combo. I can't use these. Pass.
And then, did you win?
No,
Oh.
He
because he's
lost
playing
to
Momau.
Momau.
Ah.
He can just get 3 summons out that just OTK you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it.
That door's going to rattle all day now.
Will I play this deck again? There's a chance. I could just build like a now huge combo going first deck and just have my opponents tell me to go first. I'm like, oh, I've gone for. Oh, thank you. Off I go.
Well, that's kind of the theory that I have with going into Malice, is that like people will play Graveyard Hate for me because why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden I'm playing Malice and I no longer care about the graveyard, so then they'll take out the Graveyard Hate and then it's like, haha, Tears back. Bragg, how was your week?
Well, I got made. So I chose to go second. One of my Master Duel games. We'll get to all this in a second. I choose going second. It's Labyrinth, and just
I can see where this is going.
I don't remember the first card activated, but it was Feather Duster. I've drawn the Feather Duster.
Hard
against
drew the
Labyrinth.
Feather Duster.
Yeah, Feather Duster. They flip D barrier, call synchro.
Because
It's like,
they would.
Yeah, and it's like, damn it, how did they know what I was up to? How could they possibly
have seen
I
this?
could have been on Scrap OTK, which actually that would also fuck. But otherwise, yeah. So new pack. I imagine Jake will mention in a second, but the Chimera Illusions looking pretty cool, but expensive. And after 3 expensive decks in a row, it's just like, oh, I guess I got to go back on ladder and grind with 10-5 for gems. And I'm all out of my gold pass gems. They're gone.
Yes. How long until that's expired?
Not soon enough. I want to play my illusions.
Wait.
It's today.
Wait. Does that mean you finished your pass?
Yeah.
And you claimed
Yeah.
your stuff?
Yeah. Well, I needed it. I actually needed it. I've been digging.
I brought the
I've
pass.
been watching Dual Lives.
Shocked.
I brought the pass.
You were watching the Dual Lives?
I mean, I'm playing Pocket when I do it.
You're like, and begin replay. I am shocked and proud. Very proud.
It's terrible. This is what happens when what poverty does to a man. Yeah, so Master Duel's rubbish. Finished
It's
in.
not rubbish. You asked your opponent to go first and then got surprised that they called synchro with D barrier.
That's not even, that's not
You should have normal summoned a Zoo card and made Zeus.
That's one of the memories I haven't suppressed. Or just forgotten because, yeah, God.
Oh, maybe. Sorry, just to circle back. Okay, so Tempai's like whole thing is obviously OTK. They just push and like they run a bunch of either board breakers or hand traps and then deal from there. But because people are countering that, they're then playing D barrier to then stop said. Some people are playing worse cards than that, but I'll ignore those because it goes against the point that I'm making. Play Zoo Tempai. You blow up the back row, they call synchro. You're like, it's okay. Normal summon Thoroughblade.
Good draw the Thoroughblade, though.
Just open it.
Yeah, that's fair. Could.
That was all
That's
Ben's
true.
plan was today. I told him to play tank and he's like, no, there's 6 of them, I'll draw it.
Wait, you went in on Tenki?
No. Think you could just be a hand trap.
Yeah. Tinky gets rolled.
Bro, I swear, almost every hand I drew a Fiendsmith piece and I drew a zoo card. It was like 3 hand traps that.
Just being completely rewarded for fucking awful deck building. I hate it.
What, would you rather stop your opponent or draw a starter?
Draw a starter.
No, stop your opponent. You're playing what? 14 cards that say, I'm gonna put something on the board.
I guess the Mulchamis really are that's 6 extra hand traps, which we haven't had before to do that type of deck. Like when we've done those, as you said, with Invoked, like we weren't getting up to those numbers.
I didn't
In
draw
the early days, we were.
I didn't draw a single
I think
card
Maxi
off
was
any
available
Mulchami
in the
deck.
very
3.
early days.
It's only 3. Oh, you weren't on the other one?
No, I run both.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't draw a single card off them. Every time I activated them, my opponent played around it at all cost, or just passed.
That's all right. Well, that's the design effect.
Against Seb, so he was playing Flunderies. I used the good one against him, and then he's like, I pass. Turns out he just didn't draw a bird. So I'm like, normal summon, make a Zeus, and then just kept blowing him away.
Yeah, I was like, surely Seb will just have a quick little go.
He was like, Regeki, and I was like, okay. And he's like, pass. And I'm like, okay.
We
Summon
do it
another
again.
Zoo card.
And Edison deck ready. That isn't Glad Base. Glad Base also still ready. Hopefully we can get locals running.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Except you're doing other things.
I'm going to split. I'll do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Well, I don't intend to attend every local scene.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, that's just can't. We'll drive a man mad going to every locals.
Yeah.
Not that you would know.
Why do you think I stopped? It was a good 6. What was it? late 2009. When did I stop? 17.
Sure.
Good innings. Good innings.
18?
Yeah. It's like PTSD in there a little bit. How about you? How's your week?
My week. Had aspirations of changing decks. Didn't.
Should've done what I did.
No, I won't ever do that.
Just play
So
Alistair and 40 hand traps.
Actually, before you start,
you have demonstrated how fucking piss poor
Yeah,
that
there's
idea
more
is.
hand traps now.
I forgot the first 10 months we were fortnightly locals. Now we're knocking on 3 a week.
Well, one of them's meant to be a
Yeah,
fun,
still.
casual
I mean,
thing.
this is good. This is good for card games.
Anywho, back to my week. So, was playing Fiendsmith Unchained again because I didn't give myself time / want to give time to putting together something different. Also, no real concept of what I would do. It'd be something that I've run recently anyway, and none of them really appeal to me. I'm really looking forward to Crossover Breakers coming out so I can play something different.
Wonder why?
We'll find out. So, it performed okay this week. I think Tuesday and today. I think Tuesday and today I went X1.
You
I
only
definitely
lost
want
to me
X-
on Tuesday because you bricked mercilessly.
Yeah, that was real bad. Yeah, so I think went X1 both days. To the point that you made.
Was the shifter in your deck a crossout target
Correct.
in your main deck?
Correct.
Okay. Because he discarded shifter against me today and I was like,
Huh?
okay.
No, so there's a Shifter and a Nibiru in my main deck for crossout targets.
Okay.
Amongst other things, but yeah.
Because I was questioning how that functions with your deck, because I was like, I'm fairly sure
Well,
this doesn't work.
I couldn't do the Fiendsmith stuff with it, but like if I was versing like a tier element deck and I drew it at like going first, I would just drop it.
Yeah.
Because I can just set up the link 2
Yeah.
and like my board won't be great, but their board won't be.
Okay.
Full stop. Where was I? Oh, back to your Mulchami point. So I was versing Chad in the first round, I think it was?
Yes.
Yeah. So I got to game 2. No, it would have been game 3. I was going first. In draw phase, he dropped the Charmy from hand. I ashed it. He dropped the second one. And I was like, okay. Activating Graveyard. Play completely around your Mulchami, set up the negate, and pass. And then all he had was 3 cards in hand to try and play through a Lacrima negate. Oh, and I also drew Mistaken Arrest, hard drew it. So he went to normal summon the one that searches the field spell, and I was like, I will say no.
Oh, Mistaken Arrest is the stop card.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Shared Ride is the go card. I was like, Wait, why wouldn't you just keep comboing and then
Yeah.
you also draw?
No,
so you
because
get
shared
full
ride
combo
only.
and draw a bunch of hand
No,
traps.
because shared rides only gets it for search cards, not draw cards.
Yes. Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Shared ride would be like $1 bajillion if it drew every time your opponent drew, because you'd just play it all the time.
It's a quick play spell, though.
Correct.
You can't activate it before they draw for turn, though.
And then Master Duel, when the ladder reset, I was playing around with Horus Control, but because they changed the number of skill drains that you could run in the deck, that deck became a lot worse. So I'm now back on Unchained in Master Duel as well. I will need to change a deck in some area because it is becoming a little bit boring. Granted, my boy Shavara is a 3 in Master Duel, so it's a lot better in Master Duel than it is in TCG.
I blame the Japanese.
I don't know why, it's the TCG that limited Shavara.
Yeah, but no one played it over there, so that's the reason why.
Yeah, because it fucking died to Max
Everyone
E.
paying attention on Master Duel's like, oh, fucking have it. Off you go.
That person must have been really mad when I blasted their skill drain.
Yes.
I got one blaster in for Gold Sark.
It's cute.
And
Oh, and you sniped a skill drain.
yeah, like they...
Nice. The one thing I do like about running the Horror Stun, even though skill drain's at 1, is that I have a royal of skill drain.
Oh. Well,
I've got some. I actually need to do stock take of what royals I've got because I've got some really nice ones. The ones that come to mind, I've got a royal DD Crow, royal skill drain.
the shit Horus.
Hmm?
I got the shit Horus.
Yeah, I only have
Oh,
garbage
the
cards.
Duamtef.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I might have one Dragon Maid card. It might be a Hospitality, but outside of that, garbage.
I won't count the 2 Mech Knights because I spent the thing on those. Anyway, I'll take stock and come back to you all with it. Not that anyone cares.
I mean,
So, for Master Duel, we have some updates. The first
Into the
of
news!
which...
You didn't do your transition, Jake.
No, I didn't. So, as of November 7th, there's a few things that are happening in Master Duel. I guess the main one to look at as well is that they've... I think it was always a rule for us, but it may have been a questionable one for the OCG with changing controls, and if a card then flips down, like if you then flip it back up, does it stay in your controls or go back to the opponent? So they've reaffirmed those rules.
You keep it, yeah?
Yes, but that wasn't always the case.
Okay.
Whereas they've made it more streamlined now, I think, where it's like it's a all or nothing kind of thing. They've started the 1,000 days global launch celebration campaign. So apparently Master Duel's been around for 1,000 days now.
Yeah, close enough.
So I think there's about, what would it be? 3, 6, 7, 8.
point.
Yeah,
1,000
1,000 gems on offer. 1,000 days, makes sense. And then a few.
1,000 gems isn't enough.
It's not a lot, especially when I get to the next thing that they've released. There's also a couple of packs of the new pack, which I'll get into in a second. A rescue rabbit with 1,000 days ribbon.
oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, there he is. Which is a cute little nod to like the first mate that you got, the first generic mate. It's kind of cute.
Wouldn't know.
And then, what else have we got? They've released, or rather put in cards you can generate for the band section. You can generate Dark Matter Dragon and Ultimate Offering.
Okay.
There's an auto deck build feature now. I haven't tested it out to see how it works.
AI
I'm not
coming to Master Duel.
Yeah,
Apart
look,
from the AI that's always been there.
3 Nightmare Unicorn in the extra deck because you need Nightmare Unicorn if you're an AI. And then I think the mission that we spoke about last week to get the replays is literally just winning duels. So if you win duels, you get extra replays to save. And then the new pack, which Bragg mentioned before, which is called Illusion Beasts Raw. So the new stuff that they brought in was the Nightmare Illusion Apprentice,
Yeah.
and then
Nothing else.
like nothing else in there is new. Not even.
Well, no, there's new stuff in there. I'm just reflecting my attitudes on.
Well, they brought in the third fusion, right? That wasn't there before, right? The Foolish Burial one.
Yeah, I thought Baphomet was in there before.
I'm not sure. I'm not the expert on the deck.
Well, I didn't craft it before now because it was expensive.
Fair.
And didn't have illusion.
Well, it's only the super, right? So it wouldn't have been that expensive.
Yeah, the other one is. The other one's Ultra. No, that one was definitely in it.
So all
Don't
three of
quote
these
me.
were in it?
Yes. Yeah. Everything. The only new card we get is illusion.
Ah, okay. That's interesting. I thought there would have been more.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's right.
But you also get Mirage Mirror Force. That's in there now, if it wasn't before, which it may have been. And then a new pack as well, the Sugar Suffice Revive, or Reverie, I should say. Basically, it's to bring in the new Madolche support.
All
and
the food cards.
Yeah, pretty much. And Dream cards.
I might actually play it with the new Madolche support.
Surely that deck dies to Maxi. Surely.
Yeah, probably.
The Shining Suck, yeah.
Oh yeah, Shining Suck. But that was in... No,
Yeah.
that's in the selection pack. These are both...
Oh yeah, I mean, well, that pack, most of the stuff from that pack also was in a selection pack as well. Like, I accidentally bought the main pack and then went, oh shit, I should just buy the other one because it's got everything else. And there's a Fiend deck in there that I do not remember.
Yeah, there we go. The Gears of Light. So that's the one that has the Shining Suck stuff in
Yeah,
it, the
getting
Flame
that right.
Swordsman stuff, and the new Melodious stuff. I feel like you'd more want to play that.
Oh, wait, Melodious?
Yeah.
As in the Melodious stuff?
New Melodious stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Rank 4. You
Yes.
know what that means?
Yeah.
More fiends, more Snake Eyes consistency.
Oh, Diablo
Regrettably,
stuff.
yes.
Snake Eyes, Diablo stuff.
What about it?
Oh, okay. Lots more Snake Eyes.
She wasn't in this before, right? Or am I
she
just going
not?
crazy?
Wouldn't surprise me.
I could swear I haven't resolved it.
I don't
But
know,
also I did drop
despite
the
how
deck.
powerful that deck is, I don't think I've versed that many in Master Duel.
Well, now you've got that, and you've got
I'm sure Snake Eyes
Melodious
Diablo Star was
to be
in there
fair.
already.
Oh yeah, it must be just gone crazy. I just thought it was died.
But hey, Swordsman, they're good.
yay! You know what I found the other day? The entire Flame Swordsman deck.
Cool.
I had
Like-
forgotten at some point I had just gotten it, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, was it from that bulk that someone brought into the store? Did you pick it from that?
no,
No?
I think someone gave it to me.
Jesse?
No, or maybe at YCS.
Here's my flame swordsman. Treasure it.
I distinctly remember leaving
Please take
YCS.
care of my flame swordsman.
I left YCS with the whole deck, and I felt ripped off.
Moving on from that, we've got some updates to other packs as well. The main one being in the Evil Twin set, they've now released the alt arts for Kissy Kill and Leela. It is gross, but aside from that, they've
We're not
also...
talking about the controversy. I thought you were going to talk about the controversy.
No, I'm not bringing that up.
Missed last week, weren't playing it.
I mean, that's Viking Snake Eyes. Do Viking Snake Eyes play Snake Eyes Diablo Star?
No.
Huh? Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, don't
Because-
pull that fucking face with me, you stupid
The
bitch.
field spell, you don't have to field spell the place in the background.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
how dare you.
I just thought it'd be
Show up
sweet.
to
Like, it's
locals
just
every second blue moon and
We're talking about Master Duel, motherfucker.
Am I wrong?
Am I wrong?
Yes, we said this. We clarified that you were wrong. Anyway, aside from the alt arts, they've also released a specialty Evil Twin accessory bundle. So it comes with a Kissy Kill Leela icon, Kissy Kill Leela premium sleeves that switch between the two, a Kissy Kill Leela box, 10 of the Evil Twin packs with 2 guaranteed URs, and the new Evil Twin City Field accessory. The biggest problem I have with this is the cost. It is 2,500 gems.
Are you going to buy it?
Absolutely not.
Then the cost is not relevant to you.
It's unfortunate though because the field looks really good. The rest of it is trash. I don't want any of the rest of it. I just want to buy the field.
Okay. Anyway, no.
I mean, you're gonna get money out of the people that are only playing that deck
True.
somehow.
I've already seen people running around with the field too, and I'm just like, disgusting. As well as that, we've got an update to the ban list that'll be coming into effect as of the 7th. So I think it's already in effect now, I think about it.
Yep.
So no longer limited is Gandora X, the Dragon of Demolition.
I'm curious as to whether or not that was... I think that was just already on the ban list when the game released. Because they pulled the OCG ban list. Even though it's not the OCG text.
Yep. And then
Yay.
Silver, Warlord of Dark World. I think they preemptively banned it thinking that everyone was going to Dark World hand loop everybody, and then obviously it never happened, but I also think no one was playing Dark World, so they're like, yeah, it's probably fine.
Give it. Let them play this some more.
Yeah, let's see how long this goes.
What are you trying to do? Oh, you're trying to combo with Snake Eyes Diablo Star. Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah, you are. Okay, sure. So, moving on to some card announcements. So, we got the full effect of the Dinosaur Synchro that Ben thought was plan support.
I don't even remember discussing this.
You don't remember discussing Burial Twin-Horned Carnivorous?
Carnivorous?
No, it's Carnivorous.
Okay, sure.
So, level 6 Fire Dino Synchro Tuner effect monster. Once per chain during the main or battle phase, you can quick effect after this effect resolves, synchro summon one dinosaur monster using cards you control. When a monster declares an attack, you can special summon one dinosaur monster from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except dino monsters.
I just realised that's why it's special for here, ignoring summoning conditions. You can summon like Zeno and then sync it into 12. Okay, we're making sense.
We're doing stuff.
I missed that step along the way.
Although Xeno's a tuner in itself, isn't it?
There's 2 they released, I think. One's a tuner and one's a non-tuner.
Isn't the non-tuner a level 12?
How are they synchroing then? I don't know. Something.
Well, I think the big one's meant to be used more so for the fusion, then the
Okay.
smaller one is the tuner that you use for the synchro.
Okay.
I think is the idea. I could be wrong. I often am. But this is a cute little thing. We'll probably get that in a support close to the terminal whenever they decide to give us that.
Yeah.
Speaking of when they decide to give us stuff, Maze of the Master. So they've released some more information about what we're getting. 7 cards per pack, obviously. Dozens of new cards in our latest annual anime-themed booster. 10 new Egyptian and Trap monster-themed cards inspired by Odeon's Battle City deck. 7 cards inspired by Mizar's Galaxy Tachyon deck. 7 cards inspired by Kyber's XYZ from Battle City. 7 new Trickstar cards, and 7 new Perform Mage cards. Plus many more. 60 new cards in all to add to your decks.
So this is where we're getting the plush fire errata.
Yes.
But this is also where we're not receiving 7th Tachyon for YCS, because it's been delayed.
Till March 14th.
Yes.
That's well after our
It has eaten a 1-month delay.
So, yeah. Ryzeal players search elsewhere.
Be patient.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. There is still a way to play it. There's just
Oh.
no longer a consistent way to search Lancia.
Yeah, which, I don't know, if a deck's like, oh, it's not searching Lancia, oh, it sucks. It's like,
Oh no, I can't search a hand trap.
well, how can I? Well, I can, the hand trap sucks.
You can still search hand traps in the deck.
So the breakdown of the actual cards, so there's going to be 112, the largest of any of the Maze boosters.
Didn't you just say 60? Was it 60,
new cards. So 112, 6 secrets, 13 ultras, 21 supers, 70 rares.
They've changed the format.
They have.
Okay. That's concerning.
Yeah.
I'm really worried with the direction Konami's taken recently of let's just put as many cards in these sets as possible so it just naturally makes them harder to get.
Yep.
No need to short print if it's impossible to even pull all of them.
Oh, does anyone try and drag shield I can borrow for Edison?
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
So
No one's buying the tins anymore.
So what do you need to buy?
Try trade shield.
For Edison.
Yeah.
That's funny. Also, just finally on that, besides the rarities that I announced, 2 quarter-century secret rares. 16 of these cards will also be available as collector's rares, which I'm assuming is...
Oh, so it's back to the older format. Or just sticking with the old form. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a like, it doesn't quite match up with anything that we've had before.
15 and then 2 QC. Why stop at 2 QCRs?
Yeah,
We're wrapping it up here.
I can't
We're wrapping it up.
Yeah, potentially. Potentially. I can't even work out what the two QCRs would be. Like, I feel like one of them will be. I feel like one of them will be Tachyon. But then, like, what would the other be?
You know, they might just be printing.
Maybe the other Egyptian god, like the fake Ra that they're creating. Maybe.
Yeah. Could be.
God, if fake Ra's better than real Ra, I'm gonna be so mad.
Well, you'd hope not, because the fake Ra like killed Odeon. he didn't even attack with
That's
it. He
gonna
put
be
it on the board and he just died.
The final fucking effect of the card will be like, once per turn, if you special summon this card successfully, kill yourself.
Looking for place set.
So, we also got an announcement through the week for the Nekroz support coming out in the Dual Terminal World 2 set. So they get
Going back to
what is
2-0.
it? 2 main deck monsters, both of which have the little thing of like they can be used as the entire tribute. We get a Pendulum Ritual monster, which is...
There's actually some initial mistranslations on the female of the two cards, where the original translation says once per duel.
Yes.
Simply because it doesn't say once per duel there.
No, it's been updated.
Yeah, simply because the first card is once per duel. So the lazy fuck that translated it just went, they're both once per duel effects.
I can understand why the first one had the once per duel effect, because like its effect is really good.
Yeah, yes it is.
Yeah, so they get the Light Worm Pendulum Ritual card, which I think is an off-turn banish from memory.
Yes. The card does not come back. It's worded very similar to the way you would do it for, whatchamacallit? SP?
Yeah.
Except you wouldn't bring back your card.
During the main phase, target one face up onto your opponent controls, banish
It is cool.
this card until the end phase, and if you do, banish that target.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their card doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Any monster destroyed by Nekroz is also banished.
Also, Andrew got so hyped on the fact that he was like, they're doing, and they've still got more cards to come. There's more cards to come.
And
then he realized, no, it's just an alt art for Brianak.
Yeah.
Is the or alt art for Trish.
Yeah. Nah.
So there's an alt art of Trish coming that has that new Trish dragon. You know the new Trish? Yeah. What's that?
Trish was kind of cool.
And then they get a quick play spell, not the trap that they've been promised for fucking a decade now.
Insisted on putting it on a spell card. In reality, it could have done the same thing.
Couldn't they have just done it?
There should have just been a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Activate from here.
just tick that box, give them the card that you've hinted at for fucking a decade.
God forbid you print a broken Nekroz card. That'll be so wild.
Ah.
Well, I mean, their really broken one is limited to once per duel, so clearly they are scared of something happening.
It's also really broken on turn 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the same as the Infernoid stuff, right? Like, it was bonkers,
exactly.
the idea of, like, recycling up to 11 of your banished Infernoid, but your duels don't go that long. I mean, Infernoid players try to make it go as long as possible.
In that Infernoid turn skip deck that I built, you definitely have the ability to use that card on turn 1.
God, that was gross. I'm so glad that's no longer a thing, by the way. You mentioned alt arts before. We got some other ones announced for Terminal World 2 as well. So we're getting an alt art of the Fabled Luri and an alt art of Durak Meteor.
They're alright.
I kind of like the Luri one.
So this will be in Battles of Legend in June-ish, yeah?
You would assume
we
so.
ain't getting these cards for a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time.
Speaking of not getting cards for a long time, it's time for our annual check-in on the price of Molchami, or our weekly check-in on
I
the
was going
price
to
of
say,
Molchami.
did you say annual the first time?
Currently, to get a Molchami in Australia, it will set you back $260.
It's gone back up.
Yeah.
What? Wasn't it 260 last week?
230 last week.
It was
230, but that was... So someone's bought the other one? This is the...
this is now a different listing.
Damn. Costs are going up.
That one for 280 is still sitting there.
Shocking. Is this the best offer?
Yeah.
I would love
That man's getting
I would
offered
love to see
$10.
the inbox. There's probably like 279s in there.
Oh, I hate that. Why have best offer if you're not going to take anything under the fucking price you have listed at? Fuck you.
He's got it set to like auto decline unless it hits the price I'm selling it for.
I fucking hate that. So, we move on to questions. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord. Link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. Our first question this week comes to us from Caleb, What is your favorite Pokemon?
Well, it's an intense question. His is Farfetch'd. It's very easy.
Do you not know yours?
Probably Heracross.
I was going to say it, but I feel like it's one of those things you just know.
It depends what mood I'm in.
Then none of those are your favorite Pokemon. Like, it has to be defined.
I like a lot of them.
Probably Heracross.
Heracross is sick.
Probably.
I always think of the
I like
GIF.
me some Heracross.
Poor
I like me
Bulbasaur.
some Dedenne. I like some Donphan.
For a split second, I didn't know what GIF you were talking about. The second you were sorry for Bulbasaur, I was like, so yours is Farfetch'd. Mine is Dragalge.
Yes.
I love Dragalge.
It's a good
Why?
pick. Wow, that's a sick looking mon. Like, literally sick.
It's never really done anything though.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you need Heracross to do things for you to be your favourite? Maybe
it
that's
needs-
the mood you're in.
needs to be a-
What have you done for me lately, Heracross?
Needs to be a comedy character
Heracross
for a whole
headbutt.
arc.
It's like headbutt, bang.
Oh god, it was.
Dragalge be like,
The only problem with being gold and having a
Well, a couple
shitty-
things. One, its arms aren't here. Its arms are back here because it drifts through the water.
okay.
My little brother would not trade me Heracross from silver. I was so mad for so long.
He headbutted so many trees to get that Heracross.
Wouldn't cough it up.
I hated that, by the way.
Yeah, it's a shit.
Actually, I hated was it Sword and Shield or the new one, the Violet Scarlet, where you had to like
in
run
one of
into trees?
Yeah, in one of the Switch games, it sucks.
It was the hardest mechanic to actually do anything with because once you're at speed, you have no control in the direction. So I missed the trees
And if you're
every
doing
time.
and if you're doing Legends of Arceus, you die. Concussion symptoms.
Actually, we're definitely all old enough to have had a first gen. First gen favorite. What was your first gen favorite?
Taurus.
Well, yours has not changed.
Well, no, Farfetch'd only became my favourite in the last 10 years.
Hmm.
I mean, I used to really like Farfetch'd a lot as a kid, but fuck. I mean, Mew was Mew. Fuck. Someone else? No one else?
It's Taurus.
Taurus?
Taurus is pretty
Was that purely because it was broken in Stadium?
No, it was because it was so hard for me to get. But in the show, it was so easy for Ash to get. So I was like,
Yeah, what do you
if I
have,
can
like-
get just one,
23 of them?
I'd really like that. Because it was fucked to get in the Safari Zone.
Oh, Kadabra.
Oh, yeah.
Good pick.
Because couldn't trade with anyone. Kadabra, just level it
Yep.
because Psychic's still so overpowered. You could do it.
Kadabra is still like a top 10 Pokemon in that game.
Yeah.
Mine was Dugong.
Oh, Dugong is sick. Dugong was sick in Pogo. That's why I love it.
It had the water moves because water was decent, surf was decent, and then Ice Beam just covered your dragon types.
Yep. And Blizzard just nukes. God, it was so good.
Next question comes to us from... New question, Oscar?
What's the name?
Jazelenko.
Hi, Jazlenko.
Could Jesus microwave a burrito so hot that even he himself could not eat it? I feel like this is a Lachlan alt. This is a very Lachlan... This is a Lachlan-coded question if ever I heard one.
This is a question from something. What show is this?
I've definitely heard it before.
We can bank this to Logan's.
I think this is from The Simpsons.
You could be right.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't even have to use
The
one.
answer is yes. He could definitely do that because he got killed by some fucking randoms.
Romans. They got Rome.
Yeah, but
I can't tell you how close I was to making that joke
weren't-
myself.
they weren't like OP Romans.
Milliseconds. Oh, fuck. Rye Guy asks, best and worst reprints from Bonanza.
Worst reprint. On your mark, get set, go, or whatever the fuck it is.
No, worst
On your mark, ready, set, duel, or
Yeah, I think Ready, Set, Duel.
whatever that.
Oh
one's
yeah,
called.
did they just not have 78 cards like they promised?
I don't know.
Was there not?
Well, I mean, we still don't know 77, 78, and it was definitely advertised as a 78 card set.
Couldn't tell you.
Is it Blue Eyes counts as... Did they mean the two different Blue Eyes and Dark Magicians, maybe?
Maybe.
All the different DMGs.
Oh yeah, maybe.
So there's 3 different DMGs in there.
This will be an investigation.
Yeah.
What are the last two
We'll
cards?
check this and get back to you.
I swear it said 78. Not Modern Morpheus.
Worst reprint.
Oh, well, except Kunai with Chain.
The worst reprint is Ready, Set, Duel, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
I didn't realize we didn't get Kunai with Chain. Oh, we didn't get Kunai with Chain until like
Kunai
2010 or
Chain.
something.
Oh, so it's not even legal for the format that you thought it was legal in.
Legal for Eddie.
Yeah, but it's not legal for Go like it should be. Not that you would run it in Go. And
But what am I gonna do with my Garuzis?
Alligator Sword Dragon is not legal for Edison by like 6 months.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, cool. I don't need to go digging for a dragon. I've just got one right here from like a recent reprint thing. Why bother digging? And I was like, oh, maybe I should double check just in case it's in D-Rev or something. And yeah, sure enough, ripped off.
It was in like the first Legendary collection.
Oh yeah,
Is that
it was
the
in
original
there.
printing?
No. The original printing was an import pack or something.
Okay.
But yeah, then it ended up in that. To answer your question,
Best reprint in there?
Little Nut probably.
Terrible.
Thrust.
Yeah, Little Knight and Thrust kind of take up those slots.
Mega
Although
Chaser. They reprinted
Yeah,
a $200
yeah.
card.
that was good.
Card that was at one point more expensive than SP Little Knight ever was.
True.
Not more expensive than more charming though. Oh.
If you adjust for
times,
inflation,
yeah.
it definitely was. It definitely was.
Speaking of inflation. Next question.
Inflation-based question.
I don't think it's in the direction that you thought it was, but next question is also from Ryguy.
Yeah.
How many duels does it take for you to feel like you're proficient with a deck?
I thought he was going to ask until you were going fast and feeling alive.
Never.
I was preparing for a different question here.
There's always just a moment of okay, yeah, I get it. Like where you see the same lines, you figure out against.
Yeah,
different-
wait, what was the question? Competent or advanced skill level? Because it takes me 2 duels. at
Proficient.
most. Like 2 duels. Not even that.
Yeah, I definitely think that there's like a sort of ladder to it as well. Like you can know the basic lines with the deck. Even like with current Unchained and the previous version of Unchained, I was very much at base level with the combos. And when people were like setting up the Nightmare, Griffin and all that kind of shit, I was kind of looking at those and going, how do you do that? I don't know how you get that many monsters on the board.
Well, deck proficiency is one thing. It's just figuring out everyone else's deck's the other problem, and the exact timing that you need to do stuff with your deck against their deck. That's always been my issue.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, damn, should have swapped the bounce and the pop or whatever. Meh.
And then can depend on the decks as well. Like some decks have a much higher ceiling, so like you can always find other bits and pieces. But like if you're playing True Draco or Invoked or shit like that, like your starting is here and the ceiling is here. There's not far to go. Next question, I think it might also be from Raga, to be honest.
There's a few in a row.
It is. What do you hate to hear your opponents say in a duel? As an example, oh, I still haven't normal summoned. Or, how many summons is that?
Oh, how many summons is that? You just have to ask just to keep people on their toes.
I feel like it's something related. I think at the moment the word in the standby phase coming from your opponent normally means that something's getting dropped that's unfair. In the standby phase, I'm going to flip this floodgate. In the standby phase, I'm going to shift you. In the standby phase, I'm going to mulch army. Like, yeah. Typically, those mean bad.
There was definitely a point where, like, someone saying entering battle phase would, like, put fear into your heart because, like, you've just spent...
You did that today?
I did do that today. I didn't even use the evenly. I had it and I didn't use it because it baited out the back row. He flipped his own monsters down with Karma Cannons. I was like, oh, I'll keep this for later, I guess. But yeah, like there was definitely points where like someone threatening an evenly was just like, oh. But yeah, further to your point, I do hate that. Like before the duels even started, you're like, oh, I'll go first, and your opponent's like, oh, in the draw phase, drop this thing that's gonna completely fuck up your game.
Yeah.
Fuck those people.
Next question. Was this it?
Well, does Bragg have anything that people say that he hates?
You pretty much all both covered it.
For Bragg, it's the your opponent lights up for a response in Master Duel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're not immediately chaining. Oh, God.
They're thinking, oh god.
Next question is from 6R6. What is your go-to dance move / style? Drunk or sober, if that makes a difference.
Mine's not doing anything. Mine's not attending the venue.
Swivel some hips. Flail the arms about.
Maybe a little bit of the...
Bit of fist pumping.
It's been so long since I've had to like crack a dance move.
Wait, you weren't dancing the other week?
I was, but it was like defined.
It
because-
wasn't really dancing. It was just kind of.
Everyone-
jumping.
Well, the time that we were there, it was like Rasputin was playing. So like,
Yeah, you gotta
there's
get down.
there's
Yeah.
a set there's set moves to do. Although my pants were saying, please don't.
Yeah. Pants
Um,
put in good innings.
so Bragg and me got some guesses as to what our dance moves would be. So mine was apparently Little Fish, Big Fish cardboard box.
I don't even know what that is.
I think it's like just making the shapes and doing that. I think that's what he's
That's
talking
called
about.
voguing. Jake?
No.
Come on,
This is
Vogue.
voguing.
Vogue.
What's mine?
Yours.
Maybe pelvic thrusting.
Might bust out the worm. Oh no, sorry, Ben does have one. Sorry, I lied.
It's like a witchy grub.
Well, he gets two. It's a tie between like full on rose in the mouth tango
I can do that.
or pop and lock.
I can't do that.
I was gonna say if you pop and lock, you'll lock and pop.
Yeah, I was gonna say there'll be some pop, followed by some log.
Caleb asks,
Hey.
who do you think was going to win the 2020? Then no, I'm not. No.
What?
Did we predict the election winner?
I think I did ages ago when I said when Trump got shot the first time. I was like, he's gonna win.
Yeah.
This is exactly what you need to motivate a fan base.
I was waiting.
A nice, good assassination attempt.
I
Ask the Kennedys.
only knew.
And the second one, just for good measure.
Yeah.
I only knew when the votes in Miami came in. That's when I was like, oh, it's over. Before, up until then, I had no fucking clue.
I had like the election coverage running on my computer at work, and when Texas was blue, and I was like, and then it turned red, and I was like, it's over. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I mean,
goodbye,
it was always
goodbye,
gonna
goodbye.
be red. Didn't matter who the fucking candidate was.
Well, that's the thing. Texas had been getting bluer and bluer,
Yeah, this is the first
and
time.
it went hard back the other
This is
direction.
the first time it's gone back. Look, you just got to spend some money. God, I just wish I had the money the Democratic Party had. I could buy so many cards. And that would be more useful than what they did.
I could buy so many elections.
I wasn't going there.
Rye Guy asks, what's a feature you want added to Master Duel? Personally, he wants a button to acknowledge all of the notices the game gives you for maintenance and pack updates.
Yep.
I want the button that goes
Good
throws the
job.
thumbs up.
Good job.
Just like in
Dueling
with
with
your
Friends?
friends. Yeah, when you give them a
When
thumbs
you
up.
give them the thumbs up. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's passive aggressive as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I want it.
It would be nice if there was a... actually, no, I'm not going to say that. I don't know if there is anything else that I can like immediately think of. No.
I mean, by feature, do you mean permanent GOAT and Edison lobby?
That'd be nice. Instead, here we are.
It would be nice to have a little bit more flexibility with the rooms, I guess, as to like being able to designate certain...
Oh, even
formats.
just a ladder.
I don't know if they'll ever do a ladder.
Why not?
Pay Google for a couple more servers done.
Yeah.
Next question from Rye Guy. What are some card names you can't pronounce?
A lot. I mean, I could technically pronounce all of them. I just refuse to.
Yeah, I could put in some effort. Get it. But I couldn't actually remember off the top of my head. what-
We are Kukarashka.
I don't even know what card that is.
Yeah, that's better more. I don't know.
I'm
if that's
sure
always-
some of the Karakiris I can't say.
Yeah. There was one that I was thinking of before. And
I
don't remember what
can't
it
pronounce Demlong, right?
Dong long.
was.
Yeah.
If you just like just blur it out a little bit. No one will know.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. Let's leave it.
Oh, that Horace we were talking about before. I'm still not sure if that's how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Deviati?
Dwarfameth? Dwarfameth?
Yeah, is it Dwam Tef? Dwam Fet? I don't know.
No, it's Egyptian.
It's one of those.
Drama Fett?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Don't you dare.
I was so close.
Next question.
I think that is our last question for today.
Finish the podcast.
Thank you all very much for watching and
Are
listening.
you reading today?
What?
Oh. Can you put in the outro?
Thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are listening along, feel free to favorite. If you're watching, feel free to like and subscribe. Jump into our Discord, ask us some questions, and we'll catch you all next week. Peace.
Goodbye.